Over the past 6 months, I've had thousands of people ask me to test Coleman Fuel inside of a gas engine. Coleman Fuel is also known as white gas. It's been around for at least 50 years, and it's used for camp equipment, outdoor stoves, all sorts of recreational equipment. So the question is it safe to use inside of a gas engine? Now, why would folks consider buying a can of this, which costs around $10, instead of just using gasoline? Well, gasoline is only good for 2 to 3 months before it starts to go bad, while this stuff can last a really long time. Also, Coleman Fuel doesn't have much of an odor, so there's a couple of big benefits. But the real question is, will it work without causing harm to the engine? I don't know if it will or not, but we got a small engine, so let's get this project underway. So what's in Coleman Camping Fuel? According to the safety data sheet, it's 100% light hydrotreated distillate. Within that 100%, it's broken down by cyclohexane, nonane, octane, heptane, and pentane. If you want to know more specifically about each one of these ingredients, recommend looking up the CAS numbers. They're right here. Just look these up online and you can get a lot more information on them. Section 9 includes the physical and chemical properties. The boiling point for the Coleman Camping Fuel is 38 degrees Celsius, which is 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and the flash point is negative 18 Celsius, which is approximately 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Most lawnmowers have some sort of an engine brake system, and when the lever in the handlebars is released, the brake is applied, causing this engine to come to a sudden stop. Now, I previously used this in another video, so I went ahead and disconnected the engine stop switch. This will allow the engine to continue to run with the brake on, applying a significant load to the engine. This will allow us to determine if this engine has enough power from the fuel or not. If we hear a lot of knocking, we know that the octane levels are too low for this engine. So I really wanted to know how Coleman Fuel would work inside a generator, so I went out and bought one. This is a Harbor Freight 4,000 watt generator that provides 3,200 continuous watts. And I'm going to go ahead and use 2 space heaters. Each one of these is rated for 1,500 watts at max load, so that'll really put a big load on this generator. I'm going to start off by using gasoline and then switch over to Coleman Fuel to see if the Coleman can keep up with the gasoline as far as performance. Also, I went ahead and removed the pull start I really like using my drill. I get a lot of questions about how this thing is set up. So the way this thing is set up is this is just a regular impact socket deep well, and this is a 1/2 inch adapter that I use. You can buy these off of Amazon or probably pretty much any parts store. This is the 1/2 inch, and this is just a, like I said, just designed to fit up to a drill. So very convenient. Also, I went ahead and removed the original fuel tank off the generator and installed a see-through tank so we can see how close the fuel is to running out and just see how the fuel looks. Okay, well, let's go ahead and see how this thing runs on gasoline, and then we'll switch over to running it on the Coleman Camp Fuel. Well, of all the products we've tested, Coleman Fuel seems to be the best alternative to gasoline. And the reason for that is it burns extremely well, it has a very long shelf life, it has very similar qualities to gasoline. However, it's not recommended to use in a gas engine, mainly because it has a lower octane rating and there is a risk of having an engine that pings or knocks, spark knocks, and that of course will cause significant engine issues in the long run. But in an emergency situation, I personally would use this in my vehicle or in a small engine just to get me through an emergency situation. Hey, I have a lot of fun doing these videos. Thanks to those that recommended we try Coleman Fuel. Please keep those recommendations coming. That's what makes this channel fun and interesting for me, and I hope for a lot of you guys, is I read and reply to your comments, and I also test your ideas. Just want to say thanks again. I hope you'll like, share, and subscribe. Please take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time.